Om Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Shalom, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Harmoni. Good morning, Professor Ratminingsih and all of my friends in 3A, 3D, and 3D class. In a special occasions, I would like to present my final projects entitled Learning about Greeting Cards based on the Audiolingual Method with Discovery Learning Models. These assignments in order to fulfill the final project of teaching English as a foreign language in the third semesters. But before I continue my presentations, let me introduce myself first. So my name is Wayan Gede Suastawan. I'm the student of 3A class English Language Education Foreign Language Department Language and Art Faculty Ganesha University of Education Singaraja Bali, Indonesia. In the special discussions, I would like to tell you 4 contents or 4 indicators that we would like to discuss in this meeting. The first one is about skill, method, and model. Second one is scope. The third one is implementations. And the last one is strength, limitations, as well as the suggestions for the teachers who wants to apply audiolingual method based on discovery learning models. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see on the slide, let me start these presentations with the first discussions that will be discussed about skill, method, and model. As I mentioned before, according to the title, this learning activity will use audio-lingual methods with discovery-based learning in order to train students' ability, especially in writing skills. So the scope of this learning activity is for the students who are in the junior high schools in 8th grade with a topic greeting card with a technique in the audiolingual method is Q&A drill or questions and answers drill. There are 4 learning objectives that will be achieved at this learning activity. The first one is students will be able to identify the correct structures of greeting card. The second one is students be able to do analysis in order to differentiate some social functions of greeting card. The third one is the students be able to analyze the social functions of greeting card. And the last one is the students be able to make a simple greeting cards according to the video and the materials that presented by the teachers. Ladies and gentlemen, now let we continue to the implementations of these plenary sessions. So the first one, let we start with the media, tools, and learning resources. So for the media, we would like to use pictures, which is greeting card, students worksheet, video tutorial that taken from the YouTube, and PowerPoint to explain all of the materials about the greeting card. And for the tools, we would like to use laptop or smartphone, Zoom or Google Meeting, internet connections, especially stable internet connection, because as we already know in the learning activity, especially in online learning, the online meeting platform, especially Zoom and Google Meet are really needed, as well as the stable internet connections. And for the learning resources, I use 2 learning resources. The first one is Buku Bahasa Inggris Kurikulum 2013, and the second one is the video tutorial that we taken from the YouTube. And for the link of the video, you can access on my screens. And now let me continue for the learning activity. In general, there are 3 steps of this learning activity. The first one is opening or preliminary. The second one is core activity. And the last one is closing activity. Now, let me continue with the opening stage or preliminary. In the opening stage, the teachers and students will answering the Zoom meeting together by the link that we provide in the WhatsApp group. And after the students and teachers answering the Zoom meeting, The teachers and students will be prayed together, continue by checking the attendance of the students. After checking the attendance and pray together, the teachers will do a brainstorming related to the current topic, which is a greeting card. And then the teachers will deliver or tell the learning objectives that we would like to achieve in this learning activity. Now we continue to the core activity. In general, the core activity consists of some part. The first one is stimulations, problem statement, data collections, data processing, and verifications. And the core activity will be begins by the teachers play or share the screens about the numbers of pictures of the greeting card, and the students will be observe it carefully. Then the teachers will ask and stimulate the students to communicate, to present their comprehension regarding to the purpose of the card. The teachers will continuously motivate the students to bravely communicate, to present their opinions regarding to the topic. And after the students communicate or share their opinion or their first analysis, the teachers will continue the explanations by showing the next video. At the problem statement, the teachers will share the video about the greeting card that taken from the YouTube, while the students will taking a note for important point of the video. And after watching the video, the question and answer sessions drill will be conducted in order to train the students' ability or students' comprehensions related to the videos that is played before. And after the Q&A session drill is already conducted, the teachers will give students worksheets to work individually. At the data collection stage, the teachers will ask some students to present their work in front of the class in the online class in order to get a feedback from the teachers as well as from their friends. And at the data processing and verification stage, the teachers once again will place or share the video that is about the generic structures and how to make a simple greeting card to the students. And later on, the teachers will ask the students to make a simple greeting cards according to the structures and procedures that show by the video on the YouTube. And for the closing activity, the students and teachers will summarize all of the presentations and all of the discussions, as well as the teachers will give a clue for the students about the next materials that will be discussed in the online class. So as you can see on the screen, this is the examples of worksheet and the pictures that will be used on the learning activity. So before I continue to explain about the disadvantages, as well as the suggestions for the teachers who wants to apply audio lingual method based on discovery-based learning models, I would like to explain and explore and elaborate the assessment technique that will be used to assess the students in this learning activity. So as you can see on the slide, there is a table. There are three categories that we would like to assess in this learning activity. The first one is attitude or affective skills that will be assessed by self-assessment with the questionnaire instrument. This assessment will be conducted after learning as a function of assessment of learning. The second one is knowledge or cognitive skill that will be assessed in form of written assignment. With the instrument is worksheet, with the execution time is time of learning, with the function assessment as and for learning. And the last one is skills or psychomotor competence that will be assessed by practice. With the instrument text and video, we ask the students to make a video about how to make a simple greeting card and post it in the YouTube channel. Where the execution time is time of learning as a function of assessment for and as learning. All right, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as I explained before, now we continue the explanations about the advantages of the audiolingual methods. So the first advantages is all students can actively participate. This is because all of the students get the same chance or get same opportunities to speak a lot, to share their opinion, their perspective regarding to the topic on the online class. The second one is easy to apply. Why I said like that? Because when we apply audiolingual methods based on discovery learning on the class, the teachers only provide some instructions and procedures that will be delivered to the students, and the students only follow all of the procedures or instructions that already given by the teachers. The third one is speaking and listening ability are mind employments, because during the learning activity, the students and teachers will listen a lot, will speak a lot in a target language, because the mother tongue is really minimized or even prohibited. The fourth one is focus on the target language. As I said before, teachers and students will speak a lot, listen a lot with a target language, because the mother tongue is minimized or even prohibited. And the last but not least is the teachers have full authority to control the class atmosphere, because the teachers hold a great controls during the learning activity on that class. Not only in offline class, but also in online class. All right, after we already know about the advantages of audiolingual method, we continue the explanations about the weaknesses of audiolingual method. Because we condemn that depart from the advantages of audiolingual method, we have to know the weaknesses that will be faced during the learning activity. So the first one is the language method is less applicable. The second one is students get bored quickly due to monotone repeat. This is actually happen for the students who have a great competence, who has great skills in the learning activity, so that they will be feel bored quickly due to monotone repeat. The third one is students are not able to transfer real what is learned. They can't deliver the material in the real situations. And the last one is the students only mentally trained. So what we should do in order to solve or reduce the weaknesses or limitations of the audiolingual method, there's two suggestions that I can suggest for the teachers as well as for the government who focus on the education atmosphere in Indonesia. The first one is the teachers can innovate comprehensive learning through existing media and technology. As we already know, in this era, there is so many application or platform that we can use to improve ourselves in order to uh, comprehend our ability in teaching. And the second one is the government needs to implement or conduct a special training to improve their teacher performance. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all about my explanations about a greeting card based on audiolingual method with discovery-based learning models. I hope all of you can understand and enjoy my explanations. I would like to say apologize if there are some mistakes, especially in pronunciations, fluency, as well as the content of the presentations, because nobody is perfect. I'm the long life learner who are still learning right now. See you in another presentation. Stay safe, and have a good day. Thank you so much. Om Santi, Santi, Santi. Om.